So there's a new report out that shows that federal investigators are now looking into a few suspicious money transfers between people who have been associated with Donald Trump and, more importantly, had been involved in the 2016 Trump Tower meeting. Now, that was, of course, a meeting where you had people like Donald Trump Jr. and Paul Manafort basically meeting with people who apparently had dirt on Hillary Clinton. Now, BuzzFeed News reported on Wednesday that secret documents it evaluated show that a complex web of financial transactions may play a role in special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into election interference. Now, those documents apparently involve money from Russia and Switzerland being moved to places such as the British Virgin Islands, Bangkok, and New Jersey. Geez. So that money, these transfers, again, kind of weird, right? Now, four federal law enforcement officials did tell the news outlet that investigators are specifically looking into two bursts of transactions that bank examiners found suspicious. Now, one of the bursts occurred 11 days after the Trump Tower meeting in June 2016, while the other happened right after President Trump's election. So you might want to look into, well, I mean, they might want to look into, and they are, the timing of this, which the timing is, of course, a little curious. Right around that meeting where they said, hey, we've got dirt on Hillary Clinton, why not come meet us? And then, of course, Don Jr. said, well, we didn't actually get dirt on Clinton. All they wanted to do was talk about the Maginski Act and all that stuff. We weren't really interested in that. Or were they? Well, these money transfers might actually mean something. And if they had gotten something in return, well, for that dirt, that could cause some serious problems. Now, an offshore company controlled by Aras Agalarov, billionaire real estate developer with close ties to Russian President Vladimir Putin, and Trump wired almost $20 million to his own account at a New York bank, according to BuzzFeed. That's strange. The second burst happened when Agalarov transferred $1.2 million from the Agalarov family bank in Russia to an account in New Jersey, controlled by his son, Ayman Agalarov. So you've got some money flying around. Okay, but what's so unusual about money? Other than the amount, I mean, look, the amount, pretty large, $20 million. But maybe they were just buying or investing in a property or something. I don't know. We don't know. Well, there was another strange thing about it. BuzzFeed noted that the account had been dormant since 2015, and that bankers found it unusual that Ayman Agalarov's checking account grew after Trump's election. Again, look at the timing. Now, the New Jersey account also reportedly sent money to a company controlled by a man's name who I cannot say, who was a long-time associate of theirs and had represented the family at the Trump Tower meeting. So now you have people who are connected to that meeting getting money from these accounts through companies. There's a lot of shadiness going on here. Now, it additionally noted that the company, I'm just going to call it K's company, funded a music business launched by Robert Goldstone, Ayman Agalarov's British publicist, who had first pitched the Trump Tower meeting. So basically what you have is this really strange web of money transfers, very significant sums of money, all linked to people in some way or the other involved in the Trump Tower meeting. No wonder investigators happen to be interested in this. Now, BuzzFeed also notes that the transactions were discovered after law enforcement officials told financial institutions to sift through records of people connected to the Russia investigation. Bankers then reported the suspicious activity reports to the Treasury Department's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. So, again, all this money flying around, a little suspicious. That's not the first time big amounts of money or anything suspicious happened between Trump and a bank, or people tied to Trump and a bank. You also had a server registered to the Trump organization that had reportedly been pinged by a Russian bank. I don't know if they were communicating or what exactly they were communicating or if they were communicating at all. Don't know. It's kind of suspicious, right? Now, to be 100% clear, this does not mean that there's any evidence of criminal activity. These could be completely legit loans or money transfers. But when such a large amount of money is transferred to different places and through different people connected with some sort of, or with this investigation, that's going to raise a few red flags, okay? Now, again, nobody here has been charged. They're looking, but they are looking into it, and if it has anything to do with the Trump Tower meeting itself. Now, what's interesting about this, right? Now, and sort of how this ties into how it could be a problem for them down the road, BuzzFeed did note that federal prosecutors used suspicious activity reports to charge Paul Manafort. Paul Manafort was convicted on 8 counts related to bank and tax fraud. So I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. Now, of course, an attorney representing the Agalarovs and Mr. K told BuzzFeed that, quote, "I'm actually perplexed to why anyone is interested in this or why anybody in their right mind would treat this as suspicious. These are all transactions, either between one of Mr. Agalarov's accounts and another of Mr. Agalarov's accounts, or one of Mr. Agalarov's accounts and an account in the name of one of his employees. Nothing suspicious about that. Why are you looking? Why are you looking? I mean, anybody in their right mind wouldn't look at this. Well, just ask those bankers who flagged it. Just saying." But look, there's $20 million. That's a lot of money. And as I said before, the bankers found it incredibly strange. Again, maybe it's legit. Maybe it was involved in a large purchase. Who knows where that money's going, or a large investment. That's what the investigation is for. But if they do find that this is tied to the Trump Tower meeting in some way, like a payoff or something, well, and that's going to end up being a very big piece of evidence. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.